it's Felicia and Jacob. Jacob is 17 months and 1 day old today, so I thought I would do Jacob's 17-month update. What are you doing, Jakey? Can't believe how quickly he's growing up. I seriously cannot believe he's already 17 months old. It feels like only a week or two ago I made his 16-month update. He's just growing up so fast. So Jacob's eye color is pretty much green, grey and brown. It also changes a little bit with the weather. So I'm just going to say his eyes are hazel. Jacob's height is 82 centimeters tall. That puts him in the 63rd percentile, and average is about 81 centimeters. Jacob's head circumference is 47 centimeters, and that puts him in the 30th percentile, and average is about 47.6 centimeters. Jacob's weight has changed quite a bit. Last Saturday when he was really sick in hospital, his weight was 9.55 kilograms, and last Monday, the day that we came home from the hospital, his weight was about 10.2 kilograms, and that puts him in the 15th percentile, and average is about 11.5 kilograms. And the only reason why he hasn't gained that much weight is because he lost about 800 grams or so when he was really sick, and he's just gaining the weight slowly back. So between the 17th and the 20th, Jacob had a bit of a fever, and he was also coughing quite a lot as well. And at 3 a.m. on Saturday, the 20th, I woke up to Jacob having a really high fever, and so I gave him a bit of panadol, and he shortly fell asleep a bit after that. And he didn't sleep for long. My mum was looking after him in the morning because I pretty much didn't sleep all night. So she took him for like a couple of hours between 7 and 9 so I can catch up on a bit of sleep. I pretty much just thought it was his teething because he always gets really sick when it comes to his teething. So my mum was looking after him, and she said that his temperature was a bit up again, and he didn't want to play, he didn't want to do anything, he just wanted to be held the whole time. So Matthew and I took Jacob to the doctor's about 11, and the doctor checked his temperature, and it was about 39.3 degrees. His temperature was really high, and also his breathing was really shallow and quick, and his nose was dripping like a tap. He was lethargic, not eating or drinking, and like when you looked at him, you could tell that he was not well at all. Like compared to normally when you see him running around and stuff, you can tell that something was wrong. So after we went to the doctor wrote a letter for Jacob so he can get admitted straight into the hospital. So Matthew and I took him straight to the hospital. They checked his temperature over there. It was 39.5 degrees, and his heart rate was really fast, and it was about like when he had the fever, like really high fever, his heart rate was going up to 210, and when his temperature came down, when his fever came down, it was anywhere between 158 to 180 beats per minute. And average for his age is a maximum of 140, and I think it starts from 90 to 100 beats per minute, and it goes maximum would be 140 in the normal rate. And his one, the lowest it went down to was 158, so it still wasn't normal. They also did an x-ray on his chest to see what was going on with his chest infection, and also his shallow and quick breathing was anywhere between 40 to 60 breaths a minute, and he still wasn't pretty much eating or drinking pretty much anything. So they ended up putting him on the IV fluids to make sure he was hydrated. And the rate that they put him on was like rehydration +3, so he was really, really dehydrated as well. They also did a urine test, and they found out from that he was really, really dehydrated. They also, like, because his nose was dripping so much, they put a suction tube down Jacob's nose, and they sent that for testing all the fluids that they got out. They found out he had a virus, and from the x-ray they found out he had pneumonia in his left side of his chest, like the left lower lobe something. He had pneumonia there as well, so they ended up, with all that, we ended up going into pediatrics, which is a children's ward, and they kept us there till Monday. Hey, you're falling asleep. I'm going to put you in the bed soon. And they ended up admitting him to the ward. He was stuck on the fluids. The next day, pretty much, we found out that he had the pneumonia and stuff, so he was on antibiotics. And they started putting that through his IV drip. And it was so hard to have him on his IV drips because he wanted to walk around and run around. We had to pretty much carry him, or we would have to keep up with him, like pulling the machine around with him, because he just hated staying in the bed or like just sitting down because he's such an active little boy. And it was just so hard to keep up with him, and he got really bored and stuff. He was able to watch a movie there as well. And yeah, so now he's a lot better now. We got to get out of the hospital on Monday, and today we went for a checkup, and they said that his chest is clearing up. He's still on antibiotics for the rest of the week till Sunday, Monday. And yeah, so his chest is cleared up a lot more, and he's just a lot better now. Thank God for that, because that was pretty much so hard seeing Jacob so sick like that and not being able to do anything. At the moment, Jacob is eating and drinking quite well. He drinks a lot of milk. He drinks anywhere from 200 to 250 mils of milk, and he drinks it about 2 to 3 times a day. He drinks a lot of water and juice. We're giving him a lot more juice at the moment because the doctor told me to keep him really hydrated, especially this week since he's been out of the hospital and while he's recovering from his pneumonia. And yeah, so we're trying to push a lot more fluids into him at the moment. So he's drinking a lot of water and juice throughout the day. He has breakfast, lunch and dinner. Sometimes he does still miss lunch because he has a nap around that time. And he'll have a few snacks throughout the day, like fruits, chips, custards, yogurts and all different things like that. His favourite food at the moment is grapes, cherries and strawberries. He loves fruit so much, more than vegetables, but he does like chicken and all that kind of stuff as well. He hardly eats vegetables unless it's like cooked and I feed it to him with chicken and rice and things like that. But other than that, like, he eats quite well. It's just like this week since he's came back from the hospital, so I'm trying to make sure he's eating and drinking quite well. So Jacob is still in 10 to 15 kilo toddler nappies. I thought he would have gone up a size in nappies by now, but because he lost so much weight, he hasn't gained much weight at all. So I think I'll probably keep him on this size for a bit longer. And I also bought like another box of this size yesterday. So we'll see how he goes once he finishes this box of nappies. Jacob is also teething at the moment. He's got his molars coming in. There's top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, one in each one. And also on the top right, he's got another one coming in. There's also another 3 teeth that are right under the gum on each side, except the top right, which ones already came through. And it's pretty much going to come in any day now. So Jacob has about 13 teeth that have came through the gums. Jacob has also learnt 2 new words while we were in the hospital. There was a baby that was right next to Jacob's bed in the ward, and I kept saying baby, and Jacob ended up learning the word baby. And also they had a fish tank over there, and I kept saying fishy, and Jacob learnt the word fishy, and he'll go point to it and he'll say fishy. It was so cute how he says it as well. Jacob's starting to understand a lot more now, like yesterday and the day before. Every time we go downstairs and I'll tell him, can you go grab your shoes before we go outside? And he will go grab his shoes and sit down and wait for me to put it on. And as soon as I say outside, he'll start pointing at the gate because he knows he's going downstairs. And when we go downstairs and he'll see me putting on one of my shoes, he'll go grab me my other one just to hurry up and get me to go outside with him. When we are upstairs and he's with my mum, and especially in the morning, like when she's about to get out of bed, he'll start grabbing her clothes to get her to put on her clothes and bring her bag and everything, just so he would be able to go downstairs and stuff. And Yeah, so he's starting to understand a lot more. When I say no, he'll usually be cheeky and continue to do it and start laughing because he knows I don't want him to do it. But a lot of the time he's starting to stop as well. And his favorite TV shows at the moment is Blue's Clues and Curious George. It's so funny that he learns so much from watching those shows and things like that. And his favorite animal at the moment is dogs. He loves dogs. Like, we went to the doctor's today and there was a dog right outside the doctor's place, and Jacob saw the dog and he was trying to play with the dog and give cuddles and everything. He loves dogs so much. It's so cute how he plays with them. He's still getting really active again since he's been sick, but other than that, he's usually always running around and walking, never wants to sit down. He's so naughty and cheeky all the time. He's always getting up to something. And he's also starting to copy me a lot more. Like, every time I come out of the shower, I usually straighten my hair. And I have to give Jacob one of my old tiny straighteners. I don't plug it in or anything like that. I just give it to him. And he'll start pretending to straighten his own hair. Like yesterday I was straightening my hair and my brother was sitting there as well. And he had to pretend to straighten my brother's hair as well. And usually he'll try to pretend to straighten my hair as well. And when I comb my hair, he likes to comb his own hair, and he just loves copying me so much. Like, whatever I'm doing, he has to do it too. Sometimes he'll see me put on makeup and stuff, and he'll grab one of my makeup brushes and one of my like makeup little compacts, like not opened or anything, and he'll pretend to put makeup on his dad or pretend to put it on himself or me. He's starting to learn so much from what I'm doing, and he tries to do everything himself. We've also started gardening in the last month or so, like growing things from little seeds like tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplants, flowers and things like that. And Jacob loves watering them. We'll turn on the watering garden hose and he'll stand there and water all the plants. He just loves watering them so much, and he loves trying to garden with me. He'll make little holes and I'll put the seeds in and he'll cover it with dirt. He just loves being outside especially. He has so much fun gardening, and he'll also, whenever we go outside and you'll see that the sun's not on his plants and stuff, he'll move his plants around so they get a bit of sun. I don't know where he's learnt that from. Like, sometimes even when I move the plants, he'll start moving it himself as well to help me. And he loves looking at them and being outside especially. Next month, Jacob will be 18 months and he's going to be getting his vaccinations/immunizations. So I think he's got another few more needles coming up at 18 months, and then his next ones will be at 2 years after that. And also, we were supposed to get last weekend a little potty for Jacob, but we couldn't because Jacob ended up in the hospital. So hopefully this weekend or next weekend we can buy him one. I'm not going to use it as a potty. I'm just going to put the toilet seat on the toilet and make the little potty bit. You can make it into a step because he's a boy. He's going to need to learn to stand up and pee, not always sitting down. So I thought that would be good for him as well in that way, instead of using the potty, because like sometimes my mum looks after him, and when he gets a little bit older, when he goes to daycare and stuff, I don't want him to get used to using a potty, and I really don't want to clean a potty. Like, my mum never used that with me. She used us straight on the toilet, me and my brother. So I do want to do that for Jacob as well, straight on the toilet, so he can get used to using any toilet and not just like his own potty and stuff. And that way at least he'll get to flush the toilet, because he loves flushing the toilet. And he's starting to take off his nappies a lot more, so I think that he's pretty much ready to start being toilet trained. So in the next couple of weeks, as soon as we get his little potty thing and the toilet seats and stuff like that, before he goes on a shower, I'm just going to sit him on it for like 5 minutes or so, because he's starting to notice when he does pee in the shower and things like that. So I'll sit him probably on the toilet for like 5 minutes or so, just so if he does anything, he'll know that he'll get to flush the toilet and stuff like that. And then when he hits 18 months, it's going to start getting really warm here. So I'll be able to do a lot more toilet training with him, a lot more better as well. So he'll start getting used to it, and as well as that, he'll be able to probably understand a little bit more, that he knows what the toilet is for. Like hopefully he'll be able to pee or poop at least once in the toilet while he sits there for the 5 minutes every day after we get it. So as soon as he starts learning what he does in the toilet, we can start getting him to do it more, and then I'll probably get some pull-ups and things like that so he gets used to taking it off and then sitting on the toilet, and so it's not all just like nappies where he can do it still in his nappy. So hopefully all that will go well when we start toilet training him and things like that. Well, I think that's about it on my update on Jacob. I can't believe he's 17 months. It is just amazing how time goes so fast. So thank you for watching. Bye.